So Leeds United 1, yes, 1. Arsenal 4. On my days, we actually won a game away from home, and we smashed the team we played. Great performances all over the park tonight. We've got two absolute legends of the Arsenal fraternity, Kenny Ken and Jez. Let's just get straight into it. For anyone who hasn't watched their fan cams, Kenny Ken, what did you make of the game?
You know what? Leeds were ravaged by injury, and it's the third game in a row that we've benefited from, playing teams with just depleted squads. Southampton didn't have Che Adams, who gives them a lot of, pace, stretches teams as well, and also they, didn't have their first choice midfield as well. So they lost some really couple of key players, plus the goalkeeper situation as well. West Ham, Obona, and what's it? Kuma, like I said, missed the defenders. Also, Creswell, left back again. He stretches teams, so we benefit from that as well. But Leeds, they're virtually about 11 players out, so it was a good time to play all those three teams. And, it was good. It was good to improve our goal difference as well. And and that kind of helps. But as I said in a fan cam, we went hunting for our prey, and we ravaged the youngsters.
Yeah, 100%. Jez, you never got round to doing a fan cam.
I was sat here for like what's going on? And then I picked the phone up. It was dead. I was like, what? So I never got any message. So sorry about that. I really apologise.
Yeah, it's probably my fault as well. Because when you said to me, "Oh my days, I never got an email." Yeah, I never actually emailed you the link.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because when I do it off my phone, it's like, oh, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, but then with you, it's email. Yeah. Whereas everyone else, it's fucking WhatsApp. So, yeah, my fault. My bad. My bad.
No problem, man. No problem.
No problem. Jez, give me your roundup of the game.
Well, great first half. Can't fault it, man. We'll bring it up in the player ratings. There'll be a few surprises tonight. But yeah, I mean, slacked off, didn't we, a little bit in the second half? I think we got complacent. Just, it's a shame we do that, because Leeds United there today were to be slapped. We could have slapped them right up the arse, and okay, we've gone positive on a goal difference, but we could have gone better, really. They looked so weak, really weak, and it's a shame. But hands up, boys, hands up. I've got to say, oh dear, Arteta. Oh dear, oh dear. Well,
are you Arteta in, Jez?
No.
Are you starting to lean towards Arteta?
No, don't go down that road.
Let's get into player ratings. Kenny, let's start with you. The goalkeeper.
You know what? He didn't have much to do. You know what I mean? He did. He didn't have a prayer for the penalty. There was a shot by Rafinha and went wide. Apart from that, it was one of those cases where in the first half we virtually dominated possession. Leeds were kamikaze. So I'm just going to give him I'll give him a 6 just for putting his gloves on.
Yeah, 100%. Jez, Tommy Cafu.
Yeah. Well, this guy's. I've got to say the guy's growing on me. Solid performance. Didn't do anything really wrong, and I think he's a solid player, man. And I'm going to give him a 7. I really am, because he did his job. He didn't really do anything wrong. He got stuck in, and yeah, I'm happy. 7.
Kieran Tierney, Kenny.
You know what? Kieran Tierney didn't have much to do. He had a shot in the first half. Didn't really need to get behind the byline because, you know, the work was already done by the front three, and you know, in terms of like Lacassette holding the ball up, and you know, the midfield in front of him could have lit up the cigar. So for me, I'll just give him a 6. You know, like I said, it didn't have to be solid. I thought, you know, as Jeff says, you know, Tommy Asu was the one who had more action and had to do more defending than Kieran, really. It was that easy a game for him.
Yeah, fact. Let's go to centre-back pairing. Jez, I'll give you Benjamin Shite.
Yeah. I thought he was okay up until the penalty. Was it a penalty? I've watched it live. I watched it 4 times now. It was a tough one, but he did dive in there a little bit, and it's a shame, really. You know, I'm sorry. I'm going to change the narrative on Ben Shite. He's doing a job. He's not, you know. Oh God, he plays the ball out well, and I don't like passing out the back. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm old school, but he's doing his job, and yeah, I'm going to give him a 6. I'll tell you for the reason why. It was a silly tackle in that position. The ball was going nowhere. It was going out for a goal kick. Let's be honest. He didn't need to take that tackle, so he could have shepherded that guy into touch. He's a big fella, so he's going to get a 6 from me.
Gabrielle Kenny.
Yeah, I think, you know, Gabriel, he's very solid. You know, didn't really have much for play. I thought, you know, Leeds just couldn't get behind their players, and the only player that was trying to run at us was, you know, Rafinha. But easy night's work for Gabriel. I'm going to give him a 6.
Let's move into midfield. Thomas Partey, not party as in let's have a party. Yeah, like Arsenal. Yeah, Twitter spelt it party. Yeah, it's actually Partey. Yeah, what did you make of him, Jez?
Dearie me. What I'd like to make of him is actually to do his job. Dear God, can somebody actually tell him how to fucking shoot a ball on goal? It's just pathetic. You know, I'm sorry. I can watch under 11s shoot a ball better than he can.
Yeah, but Jez, he had a shot on target.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, straight to the keeper, man. Yeah, this guy really has got to pick his, you know, lace his boots up better, because he's a big boy. He's got class. He's got quality, but he's lacking in his shooting ability. He's terrible. All right, he's not putting it now into Rose Ed, but he's putting it in the keeper's arms. So, sort it out, man. And I thought today you weren't great. I thought you muscled it about a bit, but you were playing against Leeds, and no disrespect to Leeds. So for me, mate, I'm sorry you're getting a 5.
Oh, Kenny, Granit Xhaka.
You know what? He had a pork chop moment, didn't he? When let's face it, he was lucky to be on the field. You know what I mean? If a Leeds player had done that sort of tackle,
millimeters,
say Martinelli, the Arsenal fan base, the Arsenal fans in the stadium would be up in arms and calling for a red card. And let's face it, today he had an easy game. I thought the midfield, because I think Leeds was just pathetic. And I think, you know, Granit thrives on space, you know, and time on the ball. And he got loads of that in abundance, you know, setting up their second goal because, you know, Leeds got caught out and didn't retreat when they got caught on the break. So, you know, for him, easy game. I'm going to give him a 6. Would have given him a 7, but, you know, he had a pork chop moment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, pork chop.
Do that against a better side. Say we were playing like a North London derby, where referees in a whole high profile game want to make a name for themselves. He'd have gone off. He would have gone off if we played against City. Would have gone off if we played against Man United. Definitely would have gone off if we played Chelsea, and in the North London derby as well. These big games, you can't get away with things like that. You know what I mean? He's meant to be one of part of the leadership group. Be a leader. Don't be so stupid. They were winning the game easily. Why? Why put your foot in like that?
Yeah, facts.
Totally agree.
Jez, Martin Odegaard.
Well, the guy's grown into his boots, isn't he? I honestly think Odegaard has been listening to me. I honestly do. I think he's been watching our podcasts and fan camps.
100%. They all watch it, man.
They all do.
Yeah, I think he's actually thought, Jez, Kenny, Lee, you're talking some good stuff here. I'm listening to what you're saying. And I like what I see. We paid a lot of money for that fella. Didn't rate him. But I, as I always say, and I will say it again, I always want every Arsenal player to succeed, and the guy is starting to play. And he's shook off the Xhaka lesson of passing backwards. He's now starting to pass it forwards. Made some lovely moves today. And yeah, he actually impressed me today, so I'm giving him a 7.
Kenny, Bukayo Saka.
You know what? He's another one who thrives on space, and he got a low space today. There were times when I was getting a bit frustrated. I thought, you know what, just a few seconds, mate. You make the wrong decisions. You don't shoot at the right times. You don't release at the right times. You got a bit excited today. Looking to get your goal. Got your goal. But I think again. When teams, give this guy space, and he's got someone like Lacazette making space for him, he looks good. He looks good, and I suppose what kills, what kills Pepe and gets him on the side ahead of Pepe is that I suppose he understands and obeys his manager's instructions, especially off the ball, and maybe that's what's keeping Pepe at the side, because obviously I think Pepe is more naturally gifted, but Saka today was effective, and he's one of his. Let's face it. Again, another one who's benefited from, the depleted teams we played in terms of like Southampton, West Ham, and Leeds today. Because when you get games like that, when you're virtually on easy street, in terms of like teams being afraid of you, you're going to look good and you're going to keep your place, and it's going to maintain your confidence. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, fact. Let's move to Martinelli.
Go.
My baller, yeah? My baller, Jez. My baller.
Am I lucky? Well, who knew? Who knew this kid?
Oh, we knew.
I mean, come on. I mean, oh, mate, I tell you what. I said to you on the last podcast, I think it was, that talk about Omri-esque. Did it again today. Absolute bloody class, and that man is my man of the match, and he's getting a 9.
He was sick. I can't lie. He was fucking
class.
sick.
Absolute class.
He is like a cross between like fucking Suarez, Sanchez, yeah, and R9.
He reminds me a bit of Robert Pires, actually. He does. He reminds me a little bit of Robert Pires. The guy's absolute class, man. For a young lad, what can he achieve? And I hope to God that we keep hold of him, because there's going to be a lot of big clubs looking at that boy. Thanks. And I hope his head doesn't get turned. And I hope Arteta, you absolute fraud, you keep playing this boy, because he's got so much potential. Honestly, he is just fucking class. And I'm glad to see him in the team. I'm glad he's starting. And Arteta, maybe you are actually listening to us now, because actually maybe you're learning from us here. You actually play the players in the right places, and you start these people, because even though we're the heady heights of fourth, and as everybody's saying, oh, Champions League. Yeah, well, get a fucking life, because we ain't going to make the Champions League. And if we even get in a Champions League, yeah, we're going to get our asses raped, because you, Mr. Arteta, are an absolute prick. You ain't going to one to take us forward. And I've just thrown that in there because people love me saying that. And although we're there, you still aren't the man for me. So, no, you're not convincing me. You're not selling me anything. All you're doing is picking the right players at the right time. But you're still doing your stupid micromanaging, which you do not need to do, because nearly every fucking aircraft that flew into Leeds Bradford Airport tonight road.
Facts. Kenny, Lacazette.
You know, I've been saying it for a long time, right? That, like, he's a less glamorous partner in the sort of axis between himself and Aubameyang. But in terms of like proper centre forward play, he's more suited to what we need, and he's better in that respect than Aubameyang. Obviously, Aubameyang's goal record is better, so in terms of like finishing, Aubameyang's definitely more gifted. But in terms of what we need, Lacazette provided a platform, because what he did is that he just tricked Leeds defenders into going to places they didn't need to go into, and that just left ample space for Martinelli and Saka, and what's happened, right? It's that it enables it helps Odegaard to put the ball forward, because in the old system, when I suppose when they were playing together, when Aubameyang was in the team, both Odegaard and Lacazette were getting each other's way, but with Aubameyang outside, it just enables Lacazette to do show what he can do. You know what I mean? And today, I think it was a brilliant performance. Obviously, he's not going to get the headlines, because Martinelli's performance in terms of getting the both goals was fantastic. But I'm going to give Lacazette an 8, because he made it possible. He gave us a platform to win this game comfortably, and he was one of those people who just realised a pile of dung we were playing today, and he just went, come on, pushed the team forward and said, come on, let's just clean up here. Though in the second half, as Jess says, we just sat off and just played Arteta, football, which I don't like.
No, totally agree, mate. Totally agree.
Yeah.
I think the other thing, Kenny, is I don't know what your opinion is of this, but do you honestly think Aubameyang's done now?
Well, yeah, because I think for simple reasons that obviously we're going to discuss it tomorrow, but no one gets banished to train reserves just for being late and thing. So where I come from, you get banished if you react badly to the manager in front of the players, or your manager goes up to you and says, right, I want you to make an apology to me and in front of the squad, and you say to the manager, no thanks, mate, go forth and multiply. And by the way, I'm going to tell you a few home truths about you, about the way you coach this side, about your tactics and how you're not providing me a platform to do well, and you're actually killing my impact. And then also, I don't like your team selections or your methods. So, and then when you do that, that gets you banished, and that means I don't want you. You're not going to be considered for selection, and that I want you to train your own. That's probably likely what happens. It's because when people said Arteta's put his foot down, he's probably had to put his foot down because he wanted to exert control over the player, and the player's totally go shove off and go forth and multiply. That's exactly what I think happens.
Don't you think this has been coming for a long time? I honestly believe this has been happening for well over a year. I think this is. I think Aubameyang has basically said to Arteta, almost not verbally, but like "fuck you," I don't like you. I don't like what you're doing with me. I don't like your team. I don't like your tactics. So you can do one. And I think it's all come to a head now. And
you remember Mesut Ozil as well. So he's really pissed off about that. And then their little mate Guendouzi as well. Who obviously was heavily influenced by Lacazette. They're not going to be happy. But most importantly, the problem started when he got taken off against Man United.
Yeah,
that was the beginning of the end. So there's no way he was going to cooperate with that guy. And then being left out against Everton, and then Nketiah comes off before you, and Nketiah, who's basically a feather compared to a machine gun that Aubameyang was once was. So Arteta just he's won a battle, but he's only won it because he felt disrespected, not because he was doing a team a favour. But Southampton, West Ham, and Leeds do help. You know what I mean, in terms of like easy games like that.
Yeah, you can win battles, mate, but it don't mean you win a war.
Oh, yeah. Well, he won't. Well, if he's going to let this escalate and allow our highest paid player now to just sit there and do nothing, and he thinks we're going to just not accept that and not get a fee for him, he's mistaken, mate. Can't be messing around with a club asset like that. Yes, we agree with everything Arteta's done on footballing reasons, and obviously we want him to make an example of him. But you've won the war, mate. You've won. Everyone's agrees with you. Don't push it. Just do the right thing and get rid and sell. Don't try to make out that you're some sort of hero. You'll be a hero if you start winning trophies, mate.
Exactly. Right? Win a league, mate, and then you got a different attitude.
Exactly. Yeah. This can bite him. This will bite him in the arse if he doesn't do his properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't win the league, what you got? Yeah, you got nothing. Yeah. So it's all well and good having. Oh my God. Oh, I'm Mikel Arteta. I've won the FA Cup. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but Aubameyang's looking at you going, yeah, bro, I fucking won more than you. Yeah, no respect.
True.
Yeah. Lacazette, I've won more than you. Yeah. Literally, fucking all looking at him. I've won more than you. Yeah, so it's kind of hard. I get it. Yeah, I do get it. But at the same time, he has to fucking try and dominate. Yeah, and the only way you dominate is by being a disciplinarian. Yeah.
Yeah. True. Very true.
But at the same time, when you're dealing with players like fucking Aubameyang, it's like, but pussy hole, what you won? Yeah, put your medals on the table.
But you know what I think with Mikel? He's one of those people. He's got Gerard Houllier tendencies. Doesn't like confrontation. Doesn't like to be like confrontation whatsoever. And he just likes to work with young players who obey him, which is fair enough. But what will happen is that it can only get you so far, because at the end of the day you have to get results. You've got lucky to the fact that Aubameyang's been quite horrendous, but you've virtually decided that Pep
was the reason he kept his job.
That mattered to Mikel because, as far as Mikel's concerned, he basically flexed his muscles of Mesut Ozil and basically won that battle. I mean, there's some guff about some people said that Mesut Ozil got jettisoned from the team for his religious beliefs. I mean, seriously, mate. Calm down, mate. Calm down. It was, the guy was still our highest paid player. He was still getting selected by Mikel Arteta himself. Something happened in lockdown last year that was a non-negotiable. No doubt, Ozil told him where to go as well.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable, Kenny.
Well, that's his MO.
Non-negotiable. Let's move on. Lacazette.
We've all done him.
Who we missed? Oh, Odegaard.
No, we've got to do subs, innit?
Odegaard.
No, we missed Odegaard.
Yeah.
Have we done him?
Odegaard.
No, we've done him.
We've done him.
We've done Odegaard, yeah?
Yeah, we've done them all.
Okay.
Just a subs, Lee.
So subs. Smith Rowe.
Me?
That's
Yeah.
you, mate.
Yeah. Smith Rowe, yeah, come on. Yeah. Well, what can you do? What can you say? Comes on, scores a goal. So quality, I'll give him a 7. Did the job. He's number 10, Can't fault the guy. I don't know really much more I can say, boys, to be honest, because
Guys, that guy, yeah, he's grasped. Yeah, he's grasped it.
yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I'm a number 10. Yeah, like we're sitting there going, oh yeah, that's Bergkamp's number. Yeah, it should have been retired. Yeah, disgrace. Yeah, fucking how's he got number 10? But you see that kid, yeah, he's gone, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck all of you. Yeah, Bergkamp's number, what? Yeah, and he's just taken it, he's grasped it. And he comes on, and when he scores, and you see the passion when he scores that goal, right? And when he's wheeling away when he scores the goal. Tonight's goal was mad. Yeah, the goal he scored the other night was mad against West Ham, right? When he wheels away, you can see in that guy's eyes, it means everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it means everything. And you can't buy that. You can't bottle that. You can't say, oh yeah, but that's like, oh, it's fucking this and no. We can sit here and criticize this football club as much as we want, yeah, right? When that kid scores, yeah, and you see the passion in that kid's eyes as he's wheeling away, you can't buy that, mate.
No, you can't
buy it. You can't buy it. Can't buy it.
100%. You can't buy it.
No.
Yeah, can't buy it.
And that's what I love to see in an Arsenal player. And the nice thing is, we are starting, and we have seen there's some players in this squad now that are actually playing for the badge, and that's all I ever ask of any player at Arsenal. I don't care if you get slapped 4-0, but if you show passion, you show fight, and you give it 101% for the badge and the passion of the club, then I'll admire you. And I've said this all my life. I just want every player to come to Arsenal, turn up, do your job, give it all. If you get stuffed like we did like that time Man United, 8-2, then at least you tried, you gave it your best. And I'll love you for that. If you don't turn up and be an arse and just walk away and laugh as you walk off the pitch, you can go fuck yourself. And
Totally agree. You know the thing about it, right? Is that the thing that's that's heartening about our kids as well. They show passion and they're good enough as well. Because sometimes you can show passion, but you can't be good enough. Like there's a couple of players in the team, like Rob Holdings, he works his nuts off. Is he good enough? I wouldn't say so. Like Callum Chambers always works his nuts off, but it's not good enough, is he?
No.
Eddie.
And I think
ain't good enough.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes we're lucky in the respect is that, they're good enough and they show passion. And I think that's regardless of whether Mikel's here or not, and we know that Mikel's not the right man for the job, and eventually we're going to get found out this season. But the fact is, Smith Rowe's got our top goal scorer so far, 7 goals. Saka's had a few play dates in the last 3 matches, and long may it continue. You just want to sort of the team to evolve. You're always going to say, well, thanks, mate, for getting these players inside, and them, setting foundations, but you're not. He's not going to be the man to take the promised land. No, you know what I mean? So, if anything, Mikel's done anything right, is that he's managed to sort of get these players in a team, and hopefully someone develop them. I must say he's got a bit lucky in terms of like how they come through. Like Martinelli was never was basing the Pepe naughty step. Then he scored, and he's managed to fight his way back to the side. Smith Rowe since Box Day last year, same thing. So again, sometimes you get your own luck. Sometimes managers get lucky when a player comes in and takes their chance and changes his mind in terms of selection.
Yeah.
Facts. Let's move on. Nuno Tavares.
To Tavares, you know what he did? He comes on. It was an easy game for him really because Leeds were just so bereft of anything, and if they, they kind of knew that, that if they carried on playing the Bielsa way, that it was only going to be like a cricket score, and so I'm going to give Tavares a 5, but I hope we play teams like these every week that is that ravished because we're definitely getting a top 4. We might even get a top 3 if Chelsea keep from dropping points.
Mate, seriously, like honestly, yeah. Nuno Tavares. Let's go. Last sub. Yeah, last sub. Let's go.
Cedric Suarez.
Yeah. Yeah. Came on.
Shocked he was still at the club, Jez.
Sorry?
Shocked he was still here at the club.
Yeah. doesn't really float my boat, to be honest. Let's be honest. He came on. What could he do? Not a lot. Fair play to him. He got his shirt on the right way round. So, yeah, he didn't do a lot. I'll give him a 5, to be honest. He didn't really influence the game, did he? To be honest.
Right, let's do a 3-2-1 Arteta. Yeah. 3,
Go on.
2, 1.
7.
We all gave him a 7.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
He didn't change the side, did he? He didn't change the side. He didn't tinker, didn't interfere with things not working. Could have been tempted to, bring on Smith Rowe because he scored against West Ham, a very good goal. But, he's finally said, right, you know what, I'm not going to break the continuity. Odegaard's playing well. Lacazette's leading the line brilliantly. And Martinelli's got his feet. And, Saka, he's managed to sort of, get the cobwebs out of his boots. Still making certain wrong decisions, but, the team's flowing. He deserves a 7 just for that.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
Still don't want him, but
no, of course not. It's crap. All right, if we play a full strength team, like we play a full Man City, all right, litmus test, right? Obviously, Norwich are depleted by COVID as well, and maybe by injury, and they're crap. And we're going to win it, aren't we? Sure, we're going to win. Then you've got to look at the next game. Wolves is going to be, if Wolves have still got a very good side, Jimenez has come back from injury, and they've got a good record in the Emirates, and then obviously Man City. That's a game. If we can beat Man City, then that showed that we're actually ready to challenge for Europe and maybe top 4. But if we just go, if we have the mentality, that's a free hit because it's Man City.
Yeah, free hit.
Get out of town. Never talk about top 4 again, or never celebrate beating a crap team because you bottled it against Man City.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, and that's the point. Yeah, no free hits, mate. No free hits.
There's never a thing as a free hit.
No, it's not a big club like ours.
Sorry.
No, a big club like Arsenal should never ever.
Never.
It's all right to get thrashed.
Nah, never. We're not a free fucking hit. Yeah. And I don't care what anyone says. We're not a free hit.
We're not.
I don't care where we're at in the fucking state of play right now and in the fucking football sphere. We are not a free hit. Yeah. And people will sit there and go, oh, yeah, but you are a free hit. No, fuck off. Yeah. We're not a free hit. And on that bombshell, Kenny, Jez, Sunday.
Yeah. 8 o'clock.
Podcast. Yeah. Aubameyang. Yeah. Whether football should be cancelled. And I know Kenny's like real deep on this. And and I know that I'm so anti-Kenny.
No, I think what it is, right? I think what it is, it's just basically preserve stop the farce of fixtures getting postponed, and that's having no games. And because I know what they're going to try and do, they're going to try and look at match going fans and say, oh yeah, don't worry, they'll be all right, blah blah, and prioritise the fans who don't go to games, which I've got respect for, because they're the best customers of football clubs and the TV people. But sometimes the match going fans, come on, give us a break, mate, help us out a bit. We still want to go as well. All I'm saying is, like in Europe, I'm not saying the 3 months that we had last year. I'm just saying, in Europe, after the this week they have a Christmas break and then come back in January. That's all I'm saying. That way, surely they can clear up their infection rate amongst their squads, and then maybe we might be able to go. It's never going to be normal, but I'm just saying maybe we can get back to normal by the time of the FA Cup. That's what I'm saying. But for anything longer than January, no, I'm not having that. But I just want.
He's not having it.
I just want fans to be able to get in the games. You know what I mean? Because I think what they're going to try and do is they're going to dangle the carrot of, like I said, empty stadiums and every game live, which is, I don't know. Match going fan gets shouting again.
Yeah, but Kenny, it's what they do, man. Like, match day fan is like you keep saying, and you've said this for fucking years. The match day fan is an afterthought. Yeah,
of course it is all the time.
It's a given. Yeah, we know you're gonna be there, so nobody cares. Yeah,
of course. I'm going to be. I've always called for like a mid-winter break at Christmas, but it doesn't stop me from going to a Boxing Day game or the games of New Year Day. I still does. I love watching Arsenal play. I just think that it makes sense that why don't we just do what Europe does? But I do understand why we don't.
Well, thing is though, Kenny, isn't it? in Europe, Germany, Norway, Denmark. It's a lot to do with the weather as well, isn't it?
Oh, of course, definitely in those countries. And I think Spain is just the traditional, because I think they want to preserve the national side. But I've always said that, like the FA Cup, you always have a free weekend. Like the Premiership have a deal with supposedly FA where they don't have any matches. But I think if they broke that deal, especially now, you can still have those games that we didn't have during the times during the FA Cup weekends and cut your fixtures up. You've got some midweeks as well that you can carry over as well. And you've got to remember, there's only let's face it, out of the 20 clubs, only about 6 of them in Europe, and they won't be. They won't necessarily be playing. Unless they're. Yeah.
That's a good question, Kenny. I've actually never ever been to a game at the Emirates at Christmas time.
No,
I haven't. No. No, I haven't. So is the atmosphere like it was at Highbury? Because I've been to loads and loads and loads and loads of games.
I think there's
Highbury, mate.
Sorry,
I think there's one. I think
like
depends who it is. I think West Brom about a few years ago wasn't great. It was freezing where we beat, and there was a game against QPR where I suppose there was a bit of incident. But ultimately, I think the Boxing Day games. I don't think the football's that great over the Christmas period because simple reasons that all the games condense together. But the reason why it's exciting is because you do get a few, big clubs getting the bloody noses, even at home. Where because they're playing so many games, they rotate the squads. A team can go to Liverpool and win, Arsenal win, Spurs and win.
What the atmosphere is like.
I suppose that's why. What's the exciting bit about the Christmas games is because they're one game, then 2 days later you've got another game, and then about 3 days later you've got another game. So they're all condensed together. So inevitably, it's very hard to win those 3 games in a row. It doesn't matter how good you are, whether you're Liverpool, Chelsea, or Man City, or even Arsenal or Spurs. It's just not. It's hard to do that. because the players don't get rest.
I just remember back in the days at Highbury, Christmas. Christmas period games. The atmosphere was electric. I just wondered if it's.
I think the thing is, Jez, is that at the time when we were in the when we were going to Highbury in the 80s, and obviously 70s, a lot of the fans were kind of local, and you know what, they didn't really have to have a situation like one of the reasons why we get to the Boxing Day games is that you have all these games, but you don't have a train service because it's So how are fans going to get to those games? But obviously, when we're playing, in 1980s, we were either playing Spurs on Boxing Day or New Year's Day. So it wasn't so much the computer; it was like common sense approach where basically you basically said, right, Arsenal played Tottenham, Crystal Palace played Charlton, Liverpool will probably play Man City. Man City will play Everton will play Man United. So they tried to make sure they didn't have too far to travel during those times. Then the computer got involved, and then we could play Newcastle on Boxing Day at 12:30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's when it becomes absurd when you've got a computer and no train services. That's why I've been against those games. But at the Emirates, because you've got day trippers, the atmosphere is going to be crap because a lot of our fans now come from all over the country. Obviously they've moved to places like Horsham or even in some cases, it's Derbyshire, Nottingham, Manchester or the North for work, and they're coming down for the match on Boxing Day. Or as opposed to the 80s, we just like Adam Walsh, come to here and walk round to the ground.
You're quite right, because I was looking to. I've never been to the Emirates at Christmas time. I haven't, and I thought, I quite fancy it actually. It'd be quite nice, meet up with a few people and have a beer and chat and whatever. But unfortunately, the main train line from Horsham to Victoria, I'd have to get a bus from Horsham to Gatwick. Train from Gatwick to East Croydon, and then a bus up to Clapham Junction, and from Clapham Junction a train to Victoria, because all the rail works. So it's like, can I be asked to do that? No, not really. To be fair,
I think that's the crux of the problem. I'm against the Christmas period because at the end of the day, it's a match going fan. I'm trying to think, well, hang on here. Obviously, I'm thinking, well, why? But again, it's tradition, isn't it? But, let's just say, I thought it would help the national side as well during tournaments if we did have a Christmas break. But, last 3 tournaments, England have got to 2 semi-finals and a final. So that belies my argument.
I mean, I'd love to come up there for a Christmas game. I'd like to experience the atmosphere, but it's the feasibility of it. It's just a fucking nightmare because it would take me. I'll try to work it out. Probably take me 2.5 hours to get to Victoria Station, and I'm thinking, by the time I got to Victoria Station, I've basically had enough, to be honest. And then you got to get home again.
Well, see, that's the thing, and that's the thing, the logistics of the Boxing Day thing, and I think that's why Boxing Day before Sky came along, we did have great atmosphere. But then again, you look at it now, a lot of people now are leaving London, and they're not even moving to the suburbs; they're moving way out of London. So they're not even near on the sort of like the home, they're in the home counties, but they're further out in the home counties, so it's difficult for them to get a game. So that's why you do see a lot of Arsenal fans thinking, you know what, I can't pick and choose my games. Let's give up my seasons because I moved too far away, and I don't want to make that commitment because I've got commitment to my families. And then you've got the day trippers, so you're not going to see a great atmosphere on the Christmas games.
Sussex, Suffolk, all that.
I mean, I feel a bit guilty about it because, I've got a lot of people that like, oh, you're hard in Arsenal. You lived right next door to Highbury. You don't go anymore. I said, well, actually, I do. I've been to more away games this season. I've only been to 2 games at the Emirates. I don't like the Emirates. I'll be honest. I don't like the Emirates. I think that's because I've brought up too much at Highbury. But
it's Highbury's out. Highbury was ours in more than it was the fans' ground. The Emirates ain't about our fans. Emirates is just basically like it's basically for the players and for the board. That's their stadium. That's not ours. That's not.
I actually prefer the away games. I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 100% you are, because the real hardcore fans go, and I think what's happened is that the reason why a lot of fans who don't go away games start going, I think it's because the atmosphere is so brilliant. They just want to be a part of that.
I love it because you can go right. I'm not a season ticket holder. We know that. I will be next season, so I will be able to get tickets away. But you can go into a ground and you meet people you've known for years, and you see them they go in the away end, and you go in to the seated area with all the other home fans, and it's still a great atmosphere because you can have great banter and have a laugh and everything. But it's the thing of like, Kenny Lee, you've done it. You've done it for fucking years. You go and you have that sort of experience of. I really can't describe it, but you know what I mean.
Jess, what it is, right? It's the camaraderie.
Yes,
and we're all in it together. And I think you know what it was. It's like with soldiers really going to battle.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, for instance, right? Like when you fight in a war, you could be fighting someone from Liverpool. You're fighting alongside someone from Liverpool. You're from London, or some from all over the UK. And it's like our away fans. We don't start off not knowing each other, but we think because we all wear red, even though we don't agree on the managers, whether on a manager's tenure. The fact is that when we're together in that away ground, it's us against the home fans, which means regardless of whether you think of me, you've got to have my back because we're all wear red and we've got to stick together. And that's the thing. And it's like we're an army. And that's why I think a lot of people get addicted to that. And when they see the songs and everyone's hugging, even people you don't really like that much because we've won, that's what an away game's about.
Yeah, fact.
Absolutely.
Fact.
Well,
on that bombshell,
well said, Kenny. Well said.
On that bombshell, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Kenny, final thoughts.
The final thoughts are, if you're going to don it up as the boss, make sure you don't let it escalate, because at the end of the day, remember, don't bully the bully, because the bully becomes a victim.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Jez, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Good result. I'm happy to see a couple of players starting to turn up to the books. But I'm still sorry, Mr. Arteta. I don't want you.
Arteta out.
Yeah, Arteta out. Podcast tomorrow.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Sunday night.
Yes.
Kenny Ken is an advocate of Project Reset.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I say Project Reset.
No, you know what I'm trying to say. Project Break. No, Project Christmas Break.
Yeah, Christmas break. And I'm nah, mate. Yeah.
I get it because you have every right to do that, because at the end of the day, you're getting wall-to-wall football. You don't have to watch film. You don't have to watch Tom Thumb again, or The Sound of Music, or I
like The Sound of Music. I love it.
Oh,
Like, Kenny
remember the
Ken
James Bond
is
film we
like,
used to
oh
watch
my
at Christmas
God,
as well.
let's cancel football. Everyone's going down on their knees. Let's cancel football. Tomorrow, I'm sitting there sticking it on Kenny, even though he's double, treble, quadruple the size of me, Jez, yeah?
The
Right.
hills are alive.
Yeah.
With the
Tomorrow,
sound
Kenny Ken gets told. Yeah.
I love it, Kenny. Fucking love that film.
Phil, I'm a big guy. It's me, yeah? I'm saying no. Yeah? Let me put my camera on. I'm saying no. Yeah? Kenny Ken gets told tomorrow why football should continue, yeah?
Yeah, but the thing is, right?
Argue with
Yeah,
him.
but nothing. Yeah, watch.
Yeah, but you know what?
Tomorrow,
I've got a list of reasons why, and it's just to preserve the integrity of the league because you know what's happening. Do you want to have a situation where we carry on and Spurs have 5 games in hand?
Yeah.
All right, it could hurt them.
Because you know what? There should be no 5 games in hand. You've got a youth setup. Yeah. Leeds tonight had a 15-year-old on the bench, right? 15-year-old. Everton played Chelsea the other night with a C team. That C team, Rafa's sitting there going, Ross, I never knew this guy was so good. Yeah, they got a draw. Yeah, nobody gave him a prayer. First 20 minutes, everyone was like, oh my God, this is going to be 6-0. Yeah, we'll deal with it on the podcast. Yeah,
we'll deal with the podcast. It's getting late now. It's going to get deep.
It's fucking. Oi, did Chisora win?
You know he lost. There's more chance of.
Chisora, Let me tell you this right now, right? I did the fan cams, and like my boys were like, "Yo, you need to come to the pub." I was like, "Bruv, I need to be back for player ratings." Yeah, and I go to the pub. Yeah, they've not got the Zone España, they've got the Zone Canada, and I'm like, bruv, it's not on, right? I then link up to their Wi-Fi, yeah, HDMI to the TV, so now I'm the plug, and I'm like, bruv, Chisora got rocked. Yeah, one of the counts was a piss take. I can't lie. Yeah, one of the counts was a piss take. Yeah, he's like rocking. Yeah, 1, 2, piss take, bruv. Yeah, absolute piss take. Look,
the thing is, they wanted it to go 12 rounds, and that's why sometimes people think boxing dirty. But Parker's just a pussy. Sorry, knock him out. Don't be scared. How can you hurt someone, be scared in case they hit you back? It doesn't make sense.
Mate, he rocked him. Yeah, he gets the count, and then he never capitalized. And I'm like,
scared.
Yo, Chisora needs to come back. Chisora never come back. Next thing, yeah, Chisora counted again. I'm like, oh my days, this guy is a pussy. Yeah, Chisora. All I ever see, yeah, right, real talk, right. I know you rate Chisora, yeah, right. All I ever see. No, I know you don't rate him, but you do rate him indirectly. Yeah. All I ever see when I see Chisora, he glassed me. Yeah, he glassed me.
I think with Derek, he's a character, but it doesn't mean he should be getting big fights. You know what I mean?
No, bruv. That guy thinks he's bigger than he is. Yeah. And he sits there going on like he's a bad man. But all I ever see from that guy is he glassed me.
Oh, you're talking about, you're talking about an incident that happened about 9.5 years ago, innit?
Yeah, David Hay fucked you up, pussy hole, yeah? You ain't bad. You ain't like that. You ain't on that thing, yeah? Derek Chisora. You ain't.
Hey, Lee, let's get ready for the podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's go. We're out of here.
Right.
Laters.
We're out of here.
I'll take her out.